effort to get within 25 per
a quarter percent.
Otherwise, you got to roll it again. And
yeah, throw out the first one, go from the second one, and then do the third one. That's the third. If it has it, okay, I'm getting my knee. That hurts. So you've done all this. You got it stabilized. You're reading it at 3%. You cap it. You shake it again. One more minute. And then you take it off. You uncap it. There's foam here. That's where this handy-dandy little thing comes in. This is a pre-measured cup. It measures out 1%. You can fill it up with alcohol, and you can pour it in there and dispel the foam. Because sometimes there's so much foam you can't see where your line is.
right.
So you put the alcohol in there, and it gets rid of the foam. Using this handy little feature. Don't just dump it in because you'll lose. But once you've got the alcohol in there, suck your alcohol off with this. It actually makes it easier to go around the edges, so it goes down the neck of the.
And I'll dispel it.
And it does. It gets rid of it. And then dump what's left in there. If you don't dump it off,
So it's accurate measure.
yeah, exactly. Then it makes it easier for you to read what's in the net. If we got our initial reading was 3%. If it's 3 1/4, you can't change more than 1/4. So if it's 3 1/4, I think you're good. But if it's more than 3 1/4, I'm gonna have to reread that one. You may want to verify that one. Then you have to cap it, do it again. If it changes more than 1/4, you've got 3 times that you get to roll it. You've got your original to initial. Then you do the second one to verify that it hasn't changed. If it has changed more than 1/4, you cap it, you throw out the first reading, which would have been 3%, you take it 3 1/4, and then you roll it again. Uncap it, let it set, stabilize, read it again. If it hasn't changed more than 1/4, that's your final reading. If it has changed more than 1/4, you're dumping it out and starting it over. You only get to roll it 3 times before it's no good. Just remember, you throw out the first one if you go to the third roll.
Always use the last roll.
You lose your last 2. You don't use, and it's the second reading. So, there's that one. Is this making sense? I'm not confusing anybody, right?
Now you added the cup of water. Do you have to?
Okay, now thank you. If I added the cup of, this little thing of alcohol, where it says 4% or 3% right here, it's going to move my level up to, and it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually going to go up, or it'll be like 2. So if I had 3%, put one of these in, then it's going to read 2%. You have to add it back in because your
Calculate it
original.
back into your error.
Yeah, because this wasn't part of the original whatever. It's just added on top. So it would be, if it brought the level up to 2%, then I need to say, okay, wait a minute, I put in one of these, so my error is really 3. You add it. You add it.
Oh,
Because it's going from a 3 to a 2, and you needed to go from 2 back to 3. So you add your cup. If you're adding it, you're adding it.
I'm sorry, Karen, you said that you use the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you average those 2?
No. You take your,
You
but
record them.
if you do 3 rolls, you eliminate the first roll. That has absolutely nothing to do with your cup. And you go from the second one and the third one, and then the third one is
The one you record.
the one that you record.
Okay.
And then what you're looking for when you dump it out. You're going to dump it out, get the water out.
Bring your tools with it.
Stand back, I might splash you. Okay, so then what you're looking for is when you shake it out, it comes out of the bottom. There's nothing stuck in there. You don't want to see any aggregate or any sand. You want to see that it washed the paste and separated all the dew out.